Okay, so I'm going to start off with brows. I never really show you guys how I do my brows just because I do have a video on it, but I want to do an updated video because it's not exactly the same as how I used to do it. So I'm going to start off with these brow pencils. This is called Precisely My Brow by Benefit. I'm going to use shade 4 and 5. So before, you guys knew that I loved the Elizabeth Arden eyebrow pencil, and I still do, like still hands down one of my favourite eyebrow pencils ever. But I have been using these ones a lot more. I really love the packaging of these. I think that's why I get drawn to it more. I use 2 different shades, and the reason being is because I start with number 4 at the beginning of my brow, and then towards the end I use number 5, and then I just darken up this area. Not darken the area because I don't really, the graduated effect isn't really my thing anymore. I kind of like my brow to be the same throughout but still look quite natural. But the only thing is that I sort of have to create more of an arch, and to do that I need a darker pencil because it's just, it looks, how do I describe it? It just looks weird because there's no hair here and I'm using the same sort of brown where there is hair. I'm really bad at describing things, I'm so sorry. So at the moment I'm just following the natural shape of my brow. I'm still using shade number 4 because I sort of use shade number 4 throughout, and then towards the end, like as I'm finishing the brow, I will darken the areas that need darkening up. So obviously here I don't really have much of a brow, so I just go along where it was, where it should be. I'm gonna say it should be there. I don't know where it's gone. I'm not actually even sure if I can grow brow hair here. I don't feel like I've ever grown brow hair there. So, pencil it is. I don't really have much of an arch. I do down here, like I have a lot of space all down here, but I like my brow to have more of a arch. So, I create one. Can you see what I mean by, obviously I've created this here, but it's very gappy and it just doesn't blend in with the rest of it. That's when I would go in with number 5 and just go over that area. I don't press down hard, I still want it to be soft, but just darken any areas that you feel like you need to. Next I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Duo Brow Powder in Chocolate. I'm using a NYX brush to apply this. And I do this because I feel like this is what ties everything together. So gets rid of any gaps, makes the brow look more natural, and just overall brow. In between everything that I do, I always, well you guys have seen me do this anyway, but I always brush my brows out because I just hate blocky brows on me, so. I went through that phase. It's now time for that phase of my life to go. It's been gone for a while, but it should never return, ever. And lastly, to apply on the brows, I'm using Benefit's Gimme Brow. So I'm using shade 3, and I'll just run this through my brows just to tie everything up, and it's obviously like a brow gel, so it just keeps everything in place. To conceal the brows, I'm going to use Makeup Forever's Ultra HD Concealer in Y41. So this concealer was an old favourite of mine that I completely forgot about. But like the colour on me is pretty much perfect. Oh, I forgot to tell you the brush I'm using. I'm using a Zoeva Cream Shader 233 brush to apply the concealer with. And then I'm going to blend it all in with a Real Techniques Deluxe crease brush. I think that's what it is, the writing's rubbed off. I've had this for a long time now, but I feel like that's what it is called. Okay, I'm gonna use the same concealer and apply this on my eyelid. Also blending it with the Deluxe crease brush. So I do this because it just gets eyeshadow that I'm gonna use ready to apply. I find that when I don't do it, the eyeshadow just doesn't come out as nice. It just, the colours are not as vibrant or anything, so I always do this. Plus, it just makes sense because obviously you put foundation and concealer everywhere, but why would you not do it on your eyes, I guess? I used to do that and my eyes used to come out a bit funny. Okay, so the concealer is now applied and now we need to set the area. To set the concealer, I'm using Laura Mercier's translucent powder. Oh shit, the bed. Oh, what a waste. It's okay, I'm saving it. If you guys knew what I was doing right now to save it, you'd think I was crazy. I am. Let's be truthful, I'm crazy. So anyway, I powder because you need to set it. If you apply eyeshadow on top of the concealer, obviously the concealer's creamy, it's a liquid more than anything. So you need to set it because basically your eyeshadow will just slip and slide, it will crease all over the place and you'll be looking like a mess. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow. I have absolutely been loving this eyeshadow palette. So this is Charlotte Tilbury's Instant Eye Palette. I obviously just use whatever I want, but they've paired these shades, these shades, these shades, and these shades. This palette has been basically my go-to palette. I feel like it's got pretty much every colour you need in there for an everyday look, so it's what I've been using. I'm going to start off by using this brown shade here. Taking that on a Luxe Soft Crease Brush. This is a 221. And I'm just going to apply this in my crease. Now I'm going to take the darker brown. To apply this, I'm using the Luxe Petite Crease Brush. This is the 231. Oh, visor waver as well. This is just going to go a little bit on my outer corner. I mainly do this, so I call it an everyday look, but it is what I do most days, because most days I can do my makeup in good time. Like, I don't have to rush a lot of the time. But this is if I've got time. So sometimes I leave my eyes matte how it is now, and sometimes I add a little bit of shimmer. Today I'm feeling a little bit of shimmer. So from that same section, I'm going to be taking this shimmery colour here. I don't have a clean flat brush right now, so I'm going to be taking it on my little finger and patting this on my lid. And then going back in with the other brush and just making sure that it doesn't get too much in the crease. Okay, so at this point, you decide, well, I always decide, do I want eyeliner, do I not? Usually I wouldn't, but today I'm feeling like a little bit of eyeliner. So I'm going to be taking YSL's Couture eyeliner in the shade 1. This is my favourite eyeliner at the moment. I absolutely love it. Moving on to lashes. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. For mascara, I'm using Benefit's Roller Lash. Why do my eyelashes feel so stiff today? Maybe I didn't remove my makeup properly last night. I've actually had a few questions. Everyone's like, why do you blink every time you apply mascara? And the reason why is because I have no lashes. So when I do this method, it sort of like drags the lash up more. And I feel like it makes my eyelashes look a lot longer if I do it this way. For lashes, I'm using Lilly lashes. This particular pair I've already worn, but you can wear them up to 25 times, I believe. And I swear by these lashes, I absolutely love them. So the lash glue that I'm using is Duo. I desperately need a new one. Mine is running out rapidly. For primer, I'm going to be using YSL's All Hours Primer. So the primer looks like this. It's very, very watery. It looks like paint a little bit. So I'm just applying this primer all over the face. I absolutely love this primer. I think it gives a really, really lovely, lovely surface for your foundation to apply onto. So I'm going to go in with Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 7.5. Just going to take this YSL stippling brush. I'm just going to blend the foundation in with this. I didn't put anything more. Good. I'm then just going to take my beauty blender and then just start blending. So I'm just going to use the same concealer that I use to conceal my brows and stuff on my face. So I'm just concealing anywhere where there's a little bit more blemishes or where my foundation wears off first. Now I don't really have, my skin's pretty good, but I like to look like a doll. Not in like a fake way, but just like unreal sort of thing. Like I literally want my skin to look like an Instagram filter. So whatever's in the back of my hand, I'm just gonna put underneath my eye. But alongside of it, I'm gonna use Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade medium. Now typically I would use the shade Tan, but I literally have no idea where it is. So I've been applying less concealer recently, especially with like my everyday look. I kind of like, it's weird to say, but I kind of like a little bit of my dark circles coming through. So to set my under eye concealer, I'm just going to be taking Mercier translucent powder again. I don't set all of my face, I just set underneath my eyes, sometimes a little bit on my chin if it's a little bit shiny, and a little bit on my forehead. Oh, I do this so often. I poke myself in the eye with a bloody brush and now my eye's gonna water. Cue the tears, cue the tears. Can you see this eye about to start? Hell no. No. Rolling down my face, rolling down my face. Just keep rolling down my face, rolling down my... So I'm just going to spray my face with some Fix Plus, just because my face is it feels too powdery right now. I don't like it. Okay, so to warm up the face, I'm going to use Fenty Beauty's Matchstick in the shade Truffle. I want to know what you guys feel about Fenty, because what I don't understand is how a brand could get things so right. Just going to blend that in with a Zoeva Luxe Face Paint Brush in 109. Anyway, as I was saying, guys, Fenty products are so damn good. I haven't tried all the stuff. I haven't even tried the foundation because I'm waiting to do a review on the foundation, like a first impressions review. But seriously, I am madly in love with it. Madly in love with everything I've used so far. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with that same Charlotte Tilbury palette. I'm going to use this. I'm going to mix both of them actually. I'm going to mix the two together. So this is just going to go at the bottom, my bottom lash line. And then back in with the same mascara that I used on my lashes. I'm going to be using this on my bottom lashes too. To start off my highlight, I'm going to be taking Iconic's Illuminating Drops in Original. They do have other shades. They have a darker one for darker skin tones, and then they also have like a pinkier toned one. This one is my particular favourite. So you don't need loads, a little goes a long way. And blend that in with a beauty blender. I will just never get over these. I think they're amazing, like my favourite liquid highlighter ever. Now I'm going to take Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter, and I'm going to be taking the shade Hustle Baby, which is this shade here. This highlighter is everything, like, it's my favourite highlighter at the moment. So I'm just going to be taking a pencil brush. This is a Sigma pencil brush in E30, is it E30? E30, yeah. So this is just going to go on my cupid's bow, on my nose, brow bone. I'm going to spray the brush that I'm using with some Fix Plus, and then I'm going to go back in with the highlighter and put it in the inner corners of my eyes. You don't have to do that, but it makes it a little bit more vibrant. And then taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting brush, the name's rubbed off it, back in with the same shade and put it on my cheekbones. Sorry, but unreal. For blush, I'm going to be taking this blusher by Tarte. This is called Sensual. It's just a browny, pinky blush. This blush is really good just for every day. It's not got too much colour to it, but it makes a difference to your makeup. So I love this blusher so much. I'm using this brush by Tarte, by the way. I'm using this brush by Tarte, by the way. It doesn't have a name on it, but it's unicorn, it's amazing. Okay, so for lip, I change my lip colour all the time, but it's always like a nude for every day, unless I've got like a particular outfit. So I'll pick, I just hit my foot on the chair. I tried to carry on and be normal, but let me not lie, that hurt. Yeah, unless I've got a particular outfit that I'm wearing, so I'd either pair with like a red or a purple lip, whatever. But usually on an everyday basis, I would go for nudes. I'm gonna be taking this shade by Inc.redible called Gone Shopping. So this is one of their glazing over. It's like, it's got a really good colour payoff, but it's not matte, it's quite glossy. You guys know that glossy lips will always have my heart. And then I'm going to go over it with the same brand, Inc.redible, and I'm going to be using one of their In a Dream World iridescent glosses. This is called Mermaid Tantrums. So I just want it to be a little bit more glossy. Of course, always finishing off with MAC Fix Plus. So yeah, this is my new everyday and updated everyday routine. This is just what I do on a usual daily basis if I've got enough time. And even though I love makeup, this is actually my favourite look to ever do. Just an everyday, simple glam that suits me just fine. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please remember to subscribe, like and comment, and please share this video, and I will see you in my next video.